Okay, today we are training legs. This is my third training session since my deload, so I'm still kind of getting back into it full tilt. Most of my exercises I'm doing where I have like 2 or 1 rep left in the tank. I'm not having to do a lot of volume at the moment, but I'm already progressing. My arms are getting bigger again, my calves are getting bigger again, my legs are growing. Those are my major focal points, my arms and my legs, my limbs, because I'm tall. We're starting with calves today. We're gonna do 3 to 4 sets of calves. Then I'm gonna do 3 to 5 sets of hamstrings and 4 to 5 sets of quads. And that's my major focus for today's session. Calves, hamstrings, quads, in that order. I'm gonna warm up on the calf machine. I like this calf machine a lot because I can get a nice stretch, warm up set nice, super lightweight. Make sure that I get all the way down, that my heels are below my toes. Come on. Deep stretch on every single one. Really emphasize that stretch on these calves. I will say flat out, calves is my biggest weakness on my physique, but it's continuing to grow. They're getting better and better. And I think it's really because I do them 3 days a week. And because I use full range of motion, really emphasizing the stretch at the bottom. The number one thing people fuck up is they simply don't attempt things in life, right? Like it's paralysis by analysis. They overthink things or they just never attempt it in the first place. And the truth is you have to go in and try, and you have to be willing to pivot or make alterations. So, you can watch all these YouTube videos like ones like this, and you're gonna learn a lot of very helpful stuff, but you have to go into the gym and then apply it and see if it works. And many of what these people are telling you, people such as myself, influencers, telling you will work if you actually go do it. If you actually commit to a plan and go do it for 3 months, 6 months, a year, you'll get results. But building muscle is extremely, extremely hard. So that was my warm-up for the calves. I used my Apple Watch, my Ultra, to time my sets for me. So I'm moving up in weight. I did 60 as a warm-up. I'll do 140 as my working weight. I'm gonna get between 12 and 15 reps and 3 to 4 working sets on this. And I'll take about a minute and a half break. This is about as isolation of an exercise as you can get. So my rest breaks for calves are about a minute and a half between sets. Okay, this is my second working set. Biggest thing is that I'm able to get a full stretch to the bottom and up. You can see I'm coming down with control. I hold it for like at least a second, probably closer to 2 seconds. So what happened there is I started to slide down slowly. That's not uncommon. I got 9 good reps. This is my 10th. I just readjusted, making sure they can get each rep optimally. 11, 12, 13, 14. Great, I probably could have done 2 more reps if I really pushed myself, but right now I'm keeping my RPE around an 8. So that means rate of perceived exertion, how difficult the set is. I want to have a couple reps left at the end of every set. Minute and a half break. We'll do our second working set of calves. Okay, minute and a half break, second working set. I'm gonna get less reps than I did in my last one. That's 9. 10. 11. same thing. That's probably an RPE of 8. But on that set, I only got 12 reps. On my first one, I got 14. That's what you should expect. If you're pushing yourself very close to failure, each round you're going to get a little less reps. It's a big difference between if I'm training for strength or if I'm training to build muscle, especially when you're further along in training. When you first start out, you can build muscle and build strength both optimally, simultaneously. But now that I'm more advanced, I have to decide which is more important to me, getting stronger or building muscle. I'm still going to get stronger, but my number one goal is to build muscle while I'm here. So that's why I'm training very close to failure in every one out, every single one up. Try to build strength. It doesn't have to be as fatiguing. You can pick a set weight based off a percentile of your 1 rep racks and do 3 sets of 8 or 3 sets if you're really focused on strength, 3 sets of 5 or 3 sets of 3. You don't want to be that fatigued. Building muscle, fatigue is absolutely essential. Okay, this is probably gonna be my last and final working set. This is my 3rd working set. Gonna have to reset. I've slid down too much. 7. 9. 10. Right. Beautiful. That was our final working set of calves. Now, people ask me all the time, do I do a warm-up set for each and every exercise? I don't. But going from calves to now go to hamstrings, which are different muscle groups, nowhere here on my upper portion of my legs has been warmed up. Maybe a little bit of bicep femoris, which connects to the top part of the calf. But I really haven't sufficiently warmed up my hamstrings. So now I'm going to take about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and I'm going to do a warm-up set on my hamstring curls, leading me into training. So again, I don't warm up for every single new exercise. Like if I did 1 set of hamstrings and exercise like a curl, I probably wouldn't warm up for something else involving the same muscle groups. But these involve very different muscle groups. This was calves I just trained. Now I'm going to hamstrings, so I'm going to do a warm-up set of hamstrings. Then we'll get into 3 working sets of leg curls. So we're going to use this kneeling leg curl. I have not been using this in my mesocycle. I wasn't planning to, but for whatever reason, the lying leg curl over there is literally missing a pin. That's the great thing about this video. I'm in a generic gym. There's nothing fancy about this gym that I'm training at today. So you can accomplish a great workout regardless of the space. And that's what we're doing here. We're just pivoting. If an exercise that day you don't feel it, or the equipment isn't sufficient to get what you want done, don't be afraid to pivot and change it. This is a warm-up set of lying leg curls. I am getting a nice contraction on this. I wish I was getting a little bit more of a stretch at the bottom. Not quite getting as much stretch as I want. I might play around with it a little bit for the next working set. But one of my keys to training hamstrings, you should really feel a stretch in it. And make sure that you're not swinging the weight, that it's not your lower back doing the exercise, that it's actually your hamstrings working. But I am getting a great contraction from this. Very light. That was probably like a 5 out of 10, but I just wanted to warm up. So I'm gonna add a little bit more weight, and I'm gonna try to find a way to get a little higher up so my leg has more room to stretch. So we'll play around, try to get creative and see if it works. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Okay, so this is gonna allow me to get higher up on it. We'll see if it works. I'm not guaranteeing, but I'm just getting creative here so I have a longer stretch. And I added my weight, I increased it by approximately 25%. I had 90 pounds on there, I added 20. So 20-something% added to it. Yep, and that'll allow me to get more of a stretch at the bottom. See, I'm hanging with the tension. It's not set down all the way. It's off it's off a little bit, which means I have weighted tension at the very bottom. But I can tell you this is still too light. Yep, but I got a nice stretch at the bottom. I'm only gonna do 4 reps because it's still too light. But what we managed to do is get so my leg can fully straighten without it being totally stacked. This is lifted off now because I have this thing in here. That's what I want. At the bottom range of motion, I want my hamstring to feel stretched. So I'm just pushing this thing in here. Push it up as high as I can possibly get it. Put it in. Make sure that I'm nice and stable. Would defeat the purpose if I was wiggling all over the place, but because I can hold on here and I can push my knee and I'm stable. At the bottom I have a stretch. Just as a second warm-up set, wasn't intentional, but I have to find my right weight because I haven't been using this exercise, this particular machine to do my leg curls. Beautiful. And I think I'm gonna literally probably add 25 to each side on top of this. 2-minute break, we'll get to our first working set of leg curls. Again, like I said, when I was doing the calves, like Mitt said, I had a reset. Or with this particular exercise, I've had to adjust to make it workable for me. Don't be afraid to get creative or think outside of the box to get what you want out of your exercise. If you're not feeling an exercise, don't commit to it. Don't waste the gym session. You already drove here, you already get dressed, you already got in the mindset. Get it done while you're here. Second working set of these kneeling leg curls. Hamstrings, they burn out very easily. Certain muscles, they just are not great for endurance in terms of like, they will accrue lactic acid very quickly in a fatigue. Hamstrings are a perfect example. Triceps are another one. Like you'll get one set and you'll get X amount of reps, and then on the next set, you'll just be shot. They don't recover as quickly as certain things. Like glutes can go all day. Hamstrings cannot. 10 reps here. Nice stretch at the bottom. Yep, they're already tiring out. Great stretch though, 6. I'm not gonna swing the weight. I'm gonna do them correctly. Stay calculated. This is it. This will be 9. Oh. Really had to resist the hesitancy to like swing it, jerk the weight up. To just maintain the integrity of the reps and make sure that's actually my hamstring working, because otherwise it's just ego. If I'm just throwing the weight or I'm jerking with my body, it's just ego. I want my actual hamstring to get engagement here. It's all about mechanical tension. I'm trying to push myself, get more reps, but I'm not doing stupid shit to get it there because it defeats the whole purpose. If I said to myself, oh, I got 10 reps, but they weren't because my hamstring wasn't doing the work, what the hell's the point? I'm not trying to look good in the gym. I'm trying to look good outside of the gym. That's my goal. All right, 30 seconds before I do the other side. 26 already. Rant over. Leg curls begin again. Three. Beautiful. 9 on one side, 9 on the other. Ooh. I think I have one more set left in me. So one more kneeling leg curl. Then we'll go over do some stiff legs. That'll be it. We've done 5 sets of hamstrings, 3 sets of calves. We finish out quads. Another day in the gym. So we're about almost 5 sets in, working sets of the 13 sets we're going to be doing today for our calves, hamstrings, and quads. Third and final working set here. What I can tell you already is my hamstrings getting nice pump in them, getting fatigued. I probably won't do stiff legs today. Typically I've been doing stiff legs, but I'm gonna do some RDLs. Just means that my legs are gonna not stay quite as rigid while I'm doing them. The reason why is so I can get some glute in there on top of it too. Normally I train glute with my quads and hams, but today, just the way calves fell, I train calves 3 times a week. It fell on a leg day, so I'm not gonna do 16 sets. It's too many sets in a training session. So I'm gonna skip glutes, but to make up for that, I'm gonna do an RDL where I soften my knees a bit more so I can get a little butt in there with it as well. Last set, kneeling leg curls. About 10 reps again. Ooh, 8. That's it. I maybe had one more good left lift in me, but that was it. Yeah, that's a great session. Ooh, 30 seconds, we go again. Yeah, and the only reason I'm doing this is it makes me taller, higher up from it, which is allowing me to straighten out this leg more. That's the whole reason I'm putting this pad here. So this leg can get straight at the bottom. Oh yeah, great. Beautiful. All right, let's go do some RDLs. Everything I've done so far, lower body, calf, hamstring. I haven't had to do anything involving my spine. This is the first exercise I'm doing involving my spine, my lower back, a lot of hips. So I am going to do a warm-up set again of these RDLs. I'm just gonna take the 90s, just get a few reps. I'm just warming up my lower back. Very easy. My hamstrings are already warmed up. That's it. 4 reps. All I was trying to do is get my lower back ready because I'm gonna put some heavy weight up. I'm gonna grab the 120s and just rep the shit out of them because that's the heaviest dumbbell they have here. Usually I've been doing about 140s, 130s for working weight, but they don't have them here, so 120s. Let's see how many reps we can get. Okay, 120s, RDLs. I like to keep them right at my side while I do them. Grip is always gonna be a factor. Just give it a second. Ooh, nice. 16 reps, big pump in my glutes. From hamstring, and a lot of glutes. We'll do one more. Probably take a long break here. 3 minutes. Okay, second working set. It's on the floor now. Get up by squatting, but the rest of it's going to be a chit chat. $60 again. Both rows, I think I could have got 18 reps. Okay. Good pump in the glutes. Some hamstring. Oh. Quads. This is my first quad movement, so it's going to require my knees to bend. My knees haven't been in flexion yet. I've been hinging through my hips so far. So again, I did another warm-up set. I didn't video it, but I did one warm-up. This is my first working set for calf squats. And I'm gonna push myself here, guys. Keeping my feet as close underneath me as possible. Motion, back, really flat. 10 reps. Ooh. I'm gonna get 10 reps on my next one. That'll take me all the way to failure with 2 extremely hard sets of hack squats. Then go to leg press, get 3 sets there. That'll be quads. And I might do 1 set of glute abduction to work my glutes. Yes. That's a really well-rounded leg day. Calves, hams, hamstring with some glute exercise. Now quad with a minimal amount of glute. Another quad. Awesome training session. So first working set of hack squats, done. Second working set, I'm gonna go right to failure on this. Full range of motion beyond everything else. Tough, but not too extreme. I probably still had an RPE of 9 there. Probably had 1 rep still left in the tank on that one. First working set of leg press. We're gonna do 2 to 3 here. Somebody left this a little low, so I'm gonna have to push it off to begin. All right, from here, we're going to work. First working set of leg press. Right, go into more depth on my next working set, leg press. I just for time's sake, gotta get in that. Try to keep my rest breaks between 3 and 4 minutes on compound movements. Right into leg curl. It's only taking 2 minutes. Went to the calves, 1.5 minutes. My isolation exercises, the rest breaks are like 1 minute to 2. Compound movements, it's 3 to 4 minute breaks. So okay, so that was my first working set of leg press. I'm gonna do 2 to 3 working sets here for a total of 4 to 5 sets of quads. I'm getting a lot of adductor when I do this as well because I point my toes out. I'm using this pad so I can get full range of motion. When I'm doing isolation movements like a calf raise, hamstring, it's usually approximately a hamstring curl in particular. It's usually about a 2-minute break approximately. When I'm doing compound movements like an RDL or a stiff-legged down deadlift, or a leg press or hack squat, those are going to be more like 3 to 4 minute breaks in between sets. We're at the end here, tail end of our workout, and I should feel pretty beat up. I've done 3 sets of calves, 5 sets of hamstrings, that's 8 sets. I did 2 sets of hack splits, that's 10 sets. 1 set of leg press, 11 sets. I'll probably do 1 or 2 more of the leg press, depending on how this next one feels. And then I'm gonna do 1 set to failure of abduction, 14 working sets for lower body. Whole workout took me approximately an hour, and that's with taping. If I hadn't taped or I hadn't had to adjust to that kneeling leg curl, I could have probably been out of here in just under it. We're at 3 minutes, 15 seconds. Straight all the way down. Tough. Ooh. Amazing. Nice rest break here. I'm gonna do 1 more working set. That was 9 reps. I probably had 1 rep left, but very near to failure. I still have some juice left in the tank in my quads. So, 5th working set of quads is next. Okay, quads do have a good pump. I stood up after that, but we've got 1 more in the tank. I'm gonna point my toes in a little bit more here so I can get left adductor and just try to emphasize the quad, but still keep a wide stance so I can get down past my torso. little less abduction. My inside of my thighs, that's the best. This is going to be an RP of 10. No, it's still 9. Good. 9 reps. Awesome. Quads are smoked. Inflow. Now we're going to do, it's 13 sets in. I'm going to do 1 set for glute medius. We're out the freaking door. We're going to do some grocery shopping today. Another fucking session. Oh, this is training legs. Oh. Last exercise of the day is to work the side of my glute, upper glute medius. I'm gonna go 2 failure on this one. Full stop, 13 reps. I'm happy with that. That is legs today. 14 sets, 3 sets calves, 5 sets hamstrings, 5 sets quads, and 1 set direct glutes. Full lower body day. That's it, guys. If you like what you saw, subscribe to my IG. That's where most of my followers are. Hit subscribe here on YouTube. We release 1 long format YouTube every single week. We're always posting short format YouTube. Always posting TikTok. Always posting IG. Thanks for following. Thanks for watching.